So I'm fresh off the heels of SummerSlam 2024, and it was absolutely incredible. I will overall give it a 9 out of 10. A lot of title changes. I really did not see that coming, and they really ended feuds, started feuds, broke up factions. I mean, my God, it was a good pay-per-view. Jelly Roll probably hit the best chokeslam in the business. Let's get into it. So let's start things off with the first match of the night, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. This was a great match. These two ladies went out there and put on a show, went about 20 minutes. Absolutely incredible. I was completely impressed. The storytelling was great. We knew that Liv was going to go to the injured arm. That she did, worked it beautifully. Rhea put up with a spot to where she said it was dislocated. So she was figuratively wrestling with one arm. So she went to the announce table, literally did the classic ram the arm into it to pop it back in place, which was a sick ass visual, but badass. And she gets in there, continues the match, and they're beating ass. So there was a spot where she hit the riptide, and then she wanted more retribution. You have to remember in the story, Liv has taken her title, took time off her career, kayfabe brother, and also attempted to take her man. So Rhea really wasn't totally focused on the title. She just wanted to beat this bitch's ass. So in the process of that, she takes the chair. Dominic grabs it, takes the chair from her, and was like, hey, remember the title. Focus, mommy, focus. Don't do something stupid. Get the title, whoop her ass later. So Rhea kind of said, okay, cool. Liv capitalized on the distraction, knocked Dominic off the apron, tried to capitalize with a sick-ass riptide on her. Rhea kicks out. Spot happens again. Dominic goes back, throws a chair in the ring. Liv uses it to hit the Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan retains. We starting out great. Shortly after that, Dominic rolls out the ring, picks up Liv Morgan, and they embrace in the smooch, indicating that Mommy and Dominic Mysterio has officially broken up. But that was just things to come for the Judgment Day. There was a quick backstage segment between Finn Balor and the Judgment Day. Damian Priest runs back there. Hey, where the fuck is Dominic? Where is he at? Said we gonna put the paws on him. Fans tell them to cool out. The rest of the Judgment Day saying, cool out. We don't know where he is. We're gonna find him. Don't worry about it. There was big tension between Finn Balor and Damian Priest in this segment to really foretell what was to come. But I was still shocked that it was come. We'll get to that later. Next up, we have the Intercontinental title match with Bron Breakker and Sami Zayn. I really don't have too much to say about this. I really wasn't impressed. This match went about 10 to 12 minutes. Really nothing memorable in there. It was really a glorified TV show match. The right person won, but they just kind of expedited the finish. I mean, I don't know if they ran out of time or something else was going on, but this match never got out the box and it was really over before it happened. Really ain't got too much shit to say about this one. But Bron winning, cool. I can't wait to see where he goes. Next up, we have a United States title match. Logan Paul, flanked by MGK versus LA Knight. Yeah. Shocked, but not shocked. But really shocked. There's no secret Logan Paul, like I said in my predictions video, wife is pregnant, gonna eventually need time off. Because he got to be there. That's his first child. That's going to be something important to do. LA Knight, right guy, right time. I still didn't think they were going to pull the trigger and give it to him at SummerSlam, even though he's been on this journey for a long time. I was still shocked they pulled the trigger. LA Knight is your new United States champion. Fantastic. No problem. Totally happy. Shocked, but totally happy. There was a spot in the match that I thought that was a complete botch and that he killed Logan Paul. He did a fucking delayed fucking brain buster from the top of the heavens, and it looked like he spiked that motherfucker right on his head. The precision in him not hurting himself, there are reports saying that he is hurt. I don't know how true it is, but something had to go wrong there. I don't know if it was a call on the fly because Logan was hurt or this was already set, but nevertheless, Logan Paul is no longer the champion. We are in the era of the megastar. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Then we have Bayley versus Nia Jax. You know what? Queen Nia, this was a great match. It was a good match. It wasn't too overcomplicated. It wasn't too overbooked. It showcased Nia power. It showcases Bayley cunning and craftiness. It was everything that you wanted in a title match. It felt big. It felt important. Every part of it meant something. Nia's the champ. Nia beat Bayley. I didn't see that coming. Like I said, telling you folks, title changes up the wazoo, swerves all over the place. I didn't see it coming, but I did call it halfway. I knew Tiffy's was going to slide through there and cause some shenanigans. But it seemed like they already made a ploy to work together to get the belt off Bayley. This was a good match. It was good strategy. It was believable. It made sense. It took 3 annihilators. And Bayley hit a power bomb on Nia. It showcases Bayley as the underneath babyface. She did a good job. Nia did a great job at being a dominant heel, making Bayley look like $1,000,000 even in defeat. She looks even stronger in the win. This was a good match. Whoever booked or crafted this match, great job. Very happy for Nia Jax to get the title since her return. She's been doing a great job putting on great matches. You could tell that she's really, when she went away, she heeded what people were saying, worked on her craft. Mad ups to Nia Jax. BBL Bayley, don't worry. You will definitely catch it in the comeback. Overall, great match. Honestly, at this point, after watching this was probably the best match of the night. Now, this is the true main event of the evening. We have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk and Seth Rollins as a referee. This is a WrestleMania quality type of match. It had everything you would want. Emotion, struggle, drama, fight, everything. The story was really good. Drew is out for vengeance. He wants blood. He wants to beat and embarrass CM Punk. CM Punk just wants to hurt this motherfucker. He has no intentions of really getting a win or a victory like that because Punk was making mistakes. Punk is clearly ring rust, even though he looked great out there. But the story, where's his mind? Where's his stamina? He really want to get that bracelet. Punk had several opportunities to win the match or turn the tide in a match, but he was so focused on getting his pound of flesh, so to speak, which he did. But it ultimately ended up costing him the match. Seth Rollins, beside the fact, called it right down the middle. I love Seth Rollins officiating because it was a believable guest referee who has tensions with both guys. He did a great job. Seth Rollins was the MVP of this match, taking nothing away from the two gentlemen that was wrestling. Everything Seth did, laughing, pointing, ignoring, meant something. And I like the fact at the end of the match, when Drew picked up the win, he counted it and he instantly bolted out of the ring. They have literally remixed Shawn and Brett's feud from 97 and almost a match identical at SummerSlam 97. They just remixed it. Instead of the Hot 2, they just gave them a GTS type shit. It was absolutely amazing. So this story between the three of these gentlemen is going to continue for the next several months. But again, I said in there, I thought Punk was going to go, but Drew won. But like you said, the way they did it, nobody looked bad in the loss. So this was great. Now we have the World Championship match with Gunther versus Damian Priest. This was an amazing match. This was fantastic. Gave you everything you want to. It showcased that Damian Priest was here to stay. He is that dude. He is that guy. The guy that I was backing when he was the United States champion way back in the day. This guy is so good. Gunther is a goddamn beast, professional. We already know what he could do. It was pork chop city served with a slice of applesauce. These motherfuckers was getting at it. They're going after it. Bloody titties, bloody everything. They was going at it. Unfortunately, going back to what we talked about, Finn Balor runs out. officially turns on Damian Priest and costs him the title. Gunther wins the title. Now, here's the problem with this. And this is where I didn't like the decision. This is what kind of dipped this pay-per-view down for me. I have no problem with Finn coming out causing a distraction. That's been a story they've been telling for the last several months, that there's dissension in the Judgment Day. I have no problem with that. But what hurts my feelings with Damian Priest's initial first run as the world champion, it was littered with asterisks. It was littered with controversy. It was littered with the Judgment Day hovering around his business. And he's the last several pay-per-views he was in, he proved that he can go out there and do it himself. Now, yeah, perception, he had to win. He did everything he needed to do, but at the end of the day, he didn't win. Gunther won, which is great. I have no problem with Gunther winning. People who know me, I love Gunther. But again, it's an asterisk by his shit, because he didn't actually have Finn come help him, but he didn't win it the way he was supposed to. Yes, it was great to see him win. And now he's the new world champion. And I hope he has a great reign, which I know he will. But the fact that Damian Priest in his first initial run did not get a clean, definitive win in any of his title defenses, that's trash. Even with the Money in the Bank win, he didn't get a clean win. He kind of used the Money in the Bank. So I hope that they still keep him in the picture and keep him elevated at that main event stat, because if he just goes back to just doing in a feud with Finn Balor, it's like, nah, bro, we don't want to see that shit. Like, go that way. Go back to Gunther. But all in all, this was a great match. Neck and neck with Nia and Bayley. These were the great matches. So now we move to the main event of the evening, the true main event of the evening. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Cool to see Arn Anderson giving him words of encouragement, letting him know people got his back. That was great. Solo comes out, nice interest. Crowd just don't really know. Crowds, I don't know if it's go away heat or bad heat. I would just say he has not believable heat, if that makes sense. Cody comes out with the skull, all that stuff. They get in the ring. They have a good match. These two have great chemistry. Things are looking good. Solo's working them over. Cody comes up underneath. The typical heel babyface type of format. Looking like Cody got everything in hand. Then here come the Tonga brothers. They come out. They put the beat down on them. Then here comes Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, who I predicted was going to come. They take care of the tag team guys, the brothers. So they hit their finishers all on Solo. Solo kicks out, which I thought was kind of crazy. But that's cool. We have to start elevating Solo into like he's a big thing. That makes sense. Then Jacob Fatu comes out. He's a wild man. But it looks like he fucked himself up too. Looked like he fucked up his ankle, Achilles, one of the two. Looked like he did something there. Hope he's okay, because they just did win the tag team champions. But he did say Bloodline, I think they're going to run it Freebird rules. Like whoever in the group can be the champion. How the New Day did it, whatever the fuck. But, nevertheless, all that shit happens. Tribal Chief comes back out with a remix theme. I don't know how I really feel about it. I couldn't really hear it because of the crowd, but it seemed kind of eh. But, so he comes in the ring. He Superman punch Solo, spears him, kind of look Cody up and down and basically say, I finish it type shit. And then he walks out the ring, kind of stares and see what's going on. Roman is great with facials. His acting abilities is amazing, because he kind of gave this look like, damn, I really didn't want this motherfucker to win, but this fool, I got to check him first, then I'm going to take care of Cody. So that's kind of how it's looking. So it's looking like that Bloodline Civil War is going to probably start pretty soon. So, yeah. So it was to me, the main event didn't really do it for me, because you kind of knew where that was going to go. You knew Solo wasn't winning. So it was just, how was Solo going to retain type of deal. But overall, it was a good pay-per-view. It was good. Like I said, I give about a solid 9 out of 10. It was decent. Good matches. A lot of title changes, which is very unrare for a WWE type of pay-per-view. But overall, it's great, and I'm excited to see what Monday brings. So that was my review of SummerSlam 24, and God bless.